Well, sometimes life throws you a curveball. And you have to spend 20 minutes after the designated time to find some AV cables and re-sign into your account because you signed into the wrong one and you forgot the password to your current one. And that sucks. And just gonna oh, shoot. Ooh, turn that down. Okay. So, oh my god. Let me just send out the. I. I'm on. Okay. And. Let's send it to the shill zone. Okay. So, yeah. I don't think I have anything I particularly. Wait, I gotta turn off Chrome. And hi, Red. I'm gonna switch over to YouTube now on my phone and just. Yeah, shit like that. And we are about to begin. Okay. Hopefully nothing else goes wrong. But knowing how Murphy's Law works, everything's gonna go wrong. Nothing's gonna be okay. So yeah, sorry about that. It's a whole conundrum. I should have really tested this shit beforehand. Before deciding, like an idiot, to fucking schedule stream. I should have, like, I actually just fucking tested it like half an hour, but no. I'm a big brain smart man. Yeah. Fuck. Okay. Okay. I found my Hoko dress. I'm happy. Excuse me, but what is? Is this loud for anyone? Because this is really loud for me. How am I gonna lower that down? That was loud on your end too? Okay. Oops. That should be better. Oh, so you found your homecoming dress. Okay. It's really cool. This bop though. Can you say that in game? Honestly. And that and just smile now. Feel your stress. See, I could be a singer. Honey, this pop though, yes! Yes! Slay! There, it's fair. Yeah, you really outdid yourself. Didn't think you could, but you did. Mr. Gay. I mean, yes, Queen, this flop though, yeah, swing is pretty gay too, yeah. This jam is outrageously good. Okay. So, not really sure why I'm doing Silent Hill 3. Honestly, it's not my favorite when it comes to like the classic Silent Hill games. By no means does that mean it's bad. In fact, I think it's a great game. It's just, I'd say in comparison from 1 to like 4, this is my no, Queen. Yeah, I would say this is my least favorite, though. But it still has a style all of its own, and we're gonna be playing it. So hopefully we have some fun. And I'm gonna go with normal and normal. Oh wow, the mic, all these fucking wires. Get this one. Trying to figure out what goes where. And okay. Okay, gonna loop these through. Okay. And okay, I think I got that one. Yeah. The only class I'm passing right now is chemistry. It says a lot about me. It says you're good at chemistry. So that's something to be happy about. I was fucking terrible at chemistry. Physics I was actually fairly decent at, but when it came to like chemistry and shit, I was terrible. Cause it felt like a bunch of fucking equations for like, what's it called? Oh, it's my.
Where am I?
It's my sound card being a bit crispy. Yeah, no, it felt like there was a bunch of equations that all led to the same thing. Silent Hill's my work playlist. You have shitty taste. Nah. Hey, welcome to the stream, Hikiko. Just realized with my capture card, this must look dark as shit. That's also something I really need to get as well. Your fucking capture card. Best Silent Hill. Wrong. But can't be right all the time. There's the closer, and I don't want to get fisted by him. Where's the door? You lolled at my comment. What lowbrow humor you have. Fucking shit taste. been played as a fool. Oh. Oh yeah, I can see. Knowing my luck, I'm surprised the PS2 controller just hasn't fucking broke on me right now. This game still looks good. Especially considering that this is 15 years old now. If you didn't know, Beef Jerky only run live stream. I think I would just kill myself. Yeah, no, I think I'd just rather kill myself on stream. World's fucking speed run suicide. God damn, I cannot. This is really how I'm gonna go. Okay, time to use the D-pad. I've been meaning to stream a Silent Hill game for some time now. And for some reason, I just haven't. I've made it kind of a point never to really do a review on Silent Hill, because honestly, personally, I don't think I have much to like offer in that regard. I think other people have more to say about it than I do, even though Silent Hill 2 is personally my favorite game, but like, I feel like other people have a lot more to say about it, the series in general, than I do. And I don't feel like there's much to the conversation that I could add. But when it comes to playing it, I'm straight up not sure why I haven't done it on stream before. Stover boys. Dread them. Double dread them.
Nightmare.
I think that was what. Yeah, I think that was one of the first reviews I saw of yours, Yukiko. For Shattered Memories. And funny thing, I recently just rewatched again for some reason. And yeah, that was one of the first ones I saw. That and back in 1995. Back in 6 minutes. So, Halloween special soon? I don't like making promises on videos.
Dad, it's me. Yeah. Sorry I didn't call.
Because, like, we're setting a fucking schedule on stream. I'm 15 minutes fucking late.
Anyway,
and I'm sure I'm gonna, like, fuck it up. If I set, like, a Halloween, like, special, it's gonna be, like, 5 weeks late.
Okay.
And it's gonna be something not even fucking Halloween related.
Okay, I will. I love you too, Dad.
Yeah, Silent Hill Shattered Memories was my favorite review for a while. I can see that. I liked it. It was a good review.
Heather, I need to speak with you. My name is Doug.
It was so rugged and sexy. Now you got that ill bleed.
Well, nice.
So is this gonna be the follow-up to the Blue Stinger review? Gonna follow the same format, or am I spoiling too much for myself?
There's someone that wants to meet you. Just let me have an hour. No, half an hour of your time.
My daddy always told me not to talk to strangers.
This is very important. It's about your birth.
I'm not interested.
Ooh. Old man gif.
Are you still following me? Do I have to scream?
Sorry.
Honestly, I don't know. I'm writing the retrospective part first. Ooh, I see. Didn't the creator, like, actually die not long after it got made? Or am I thinking of someone else? Because I feel like, weren't they at one point planning on making a sequel to Illbleed, and the guy just croaked? Or did the company go under? Look at all these saves from attempts I've made into getting back into this game. None of which have fared too far, honestly. With this game, I always get to, like, the fucking sewer and just stop. I've been in this game, I want to say once in total, and I've restarted a bunch of times, and I've never finished it afterwards. It was a Blue Singer sequel, but the company shut it down after he died years later while working at Caveat. Rip him. Okay, this is dark on my screen, so I'm just gonna raise up the brightness. If I can, brightness level. Yes. Okay. Ugh, fuck. God damn. The overlay was freaking. Merc has beaten this game 7 times, extreme level X. It was impressive to watch. I can believe that. Doesn't this game have, like... Yeah, like 10 fucking extreme difficulty levels? Which is fucking insane for this game. I think this is the only one that has that, right? Doesn't Silent Hill 2 have that? I think it does. Yeah, it's wild. Potato. You're not winning any bonus points with me for that fucking shitty pun. And we're in Jacob's Ladder territory. And fun fact, the corpse it's nomming on is actually Angela. From Silent Hill 2, or at least the character model.
Stay back! Get the hell away from me!
Oh. Silent Hill 3 has the most unlockables. Yeah. It's kind of insane, especially compared to fucking Silent Hill 4's kind of disappointing lack of unlockables. As much as I like Silent Hill 4, it definitely feels like a B game from the series. Like, I really like its atmosphere and shit, but you can definitely tell that the fucking production costs and shit like that were just lower in general in comparison to this. And yeah, this is actually Angela's. Ooh. So now that we got that out of the way, I just thought this was like Silent Hill 4 started as another game entirely. I've heard sources where that isn't exactly true. It was always meant to be different, but it was always meant to be slightly different from the rest of the series, but it was always supposed to be a Silent Hill game. I forget who had the quote that said that. I think a lot of that comes from a fucking like mistranslation and shit like that from an interview. And hi, Red. I could be wrong though. I don't want to. Don't quote me on it. I want to see if. Yeah. Oh fuck. Wow. Tripping over my own tongue. Okay, so I remember this bit well. And I know I gotta get the tongs from the jerky's real spicy. I love it. Super duper spicy. Yeah, there's this fucking... Every time I go to the swap meet, there's this new guy selling fucking like beef jerky, like a bunch of different flavors and shit. And I always buy a bag now because it's really good and like just under what it usually costs at a fucking grocery store here. Hey, BioPhoenix. Oh yeah, I still love Silent Hill 4. My only fucking big problem with Silent Hill 4 is just kind of the second half of the game kind of drags. Which is, I think, the exact opposite problem with this game. The first act in this game, everything from the mall to the sewer, I find really kind of boring in terms of level design. But when you get to that, like, weird department store area, it really kind of opens up. At least in my opinion. Okay. Okay, that's either a guy walking on my roof or that's just a sound in game. Oh wait, it's over here. Okay. I think Silent Hill 4 really needs more love. Where's GB at? They should be back soon, I think. Dildo dinosaurs. Ugh. Sewer. I like the pipe fairy in this. Oh yeah. Even though I hear it's polarizing things about Silent Hill 4, I would recommend getting it. More so for the Xbox version, because slightly better graphics and, you know, just cheaper. For some reason, the PS2 version is slightly more expensive, at least the last time I checked. Same with Silent Hill 2. Yeah, Xbox multiplats are usually better. I can't really think of ones that aren't. Okay. Now I gotta do the book puzzle. I have a slightly lively crowd tonight, which is nice for once. Silent Hill 4 is great. It ties into 1 and 3 and puts a nice bow on the cult of the Order storyline. Yeah. Just don't say that to Twin Perfect. I mean, I don't think they hate that game, but they certainly do hate the word fucking the Order. Because apparently Jeremy Blaustein was Satan or some shit. Okay, wait. Okay, now I gotta move them one over to... Wait, fuck. I hate puzzles, because I always fuck them up on stream. Nope. Nope. Nah. Wait. Okay. 7028. Lucio Fulci's The Beyond. Now, that's a movie I've always wanted to review. Fuck. Because I feel like that's possibly Fulci's best one. It has like that really creepy, like Southern Gothic feel to it. Okay. Yeah. No, I'm in a dark room. Sorry, that's Rex. Knocking at my door. Also, I noticed a few games on the PS2 are more expensive, like the horror obscure. Yeah! Yeah, okay. I was about to bring that up earlier, and I totally forgot. At one point, I was planning on doing a review of Obscure, and I was looking up prices, because I was doing the PC version, and I want to possibly get a hold of a console version. And I was expecting the PS2 version to be, like, dirt cheap, around, like, the same price as, like, the Xbox version, which is relatively, like $20. It's not so bad. And then I go in on Amazon, and it's like a fucking $100 for the like, fucking PS2 version. It's insane.
Claudio, right? Did you do all this?
It was the hand of God.
Spooky music.
Wait!
How do you know my middle name? Isn't it, like, in your tag?
I don't
Right there?
get it. What does she want me to remember?
Oof, 6 people. Who the fuck are you? Rule of Rose is insanely expensive as well. I think that's because of, like, the whole controversy surrounding it, and I think that resulted in, like, a limited supply. And it's over, like, 100 now or something. And although it seems like a really cool game, I don't think it's worth 100. But then again, I've only watched a Let's Play of it by the two best friends, and so I'm not the best of 40 on it. So yeah. Also Haunting Ground. Yeah, Haunting Ground is also pretty expensive. I wanted to check out Haunting Ground, though. Why did they get banned? Because they're big gay? You're not wrong, actually.
Is this a dream?
I think it had something to do with, like, the kids being underage or some shit. Which led to a lot of countries believing that it is big bad. And they banned it. I bought Haunting Ground for $3 at a Kmart.
Not even a kid could believe in
Just
this.
rubbing it in, aren't you? Nah, I do that shit all the time. Kids do get killed in it. Kids got killed on, like, Fallout 2, and that never got, like, fucking banned. Well, actually, in Germany, I think they did that weird censorship thing where they removed the children, but not their, like, dialogue, so you just had a bunch of, like, floating dialogue boxes. At least I've heard that's what happened. And knowing Germany's censorship laws, look up, like, Half-Life, and God, I wish I could see. 9 in Germany is 9. Am I at a dead end? Okay. Well, I feel like it was a bad idea coming down here, so I'm just gonna make my exit. And hi, Josair. Josair. Welcome to the shit show. I'm terrible at this game because I can't see shit because my video recorder is dark and this game is just naturally dark too. But I do know there's a light around here. I will ask my German friends in the HM Discord to see. I heard they messed up Wolfenstein series due to German censorship. Yeah, they removed a lot of the symbols, and I think they go by a different name, and they removed Hitler's mustache. At least in the newer games. I think the older one is still... What? Oh, shit. What the... Did I accidentally... I accidentally hid BioPhoenix's fucking text. I'm sorry, BioPhoenix. Okay. Sorry about that. What you said was, I also heard Australia has a few weird laws for games. What? Did it just ban, fucking BioPhoenix? Oh, never mind. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm looking at the phone to see the text. Ugh. Motherfucker get a flashlight? America did fight the Japanese in World War II, so... Fucking fist boys, am I right? Oh, I do have a map. And I missed a room. I love it when that happens. Okay. I would love just to not get bitten. Fuck off, please. Oh, no, it's locked. Like everything else, shit's locked the game. Back to 4 viewers. That's all I ever wanted. They must have saw this gameplay and immediately decided to fuck off. Okay, I'm starting to think that the flashlight is not in this section, but rather somewhere deeper in the store. And I should probably avoid these fuckers a bit better. You're still in this. There's a lot of sound design shit you don't hear when not listening on. Fucking there it is. Okay. I knew it's in these boxes, and it's the Create Shadows button. Yeah. Okay. 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 God said, let there be light. And there was light. And it was good. Aren't closers... Yeah, closers are just reskins of, what's it called? The Mandarins from Silent Hill 2. I do know that. Not a good sound. But I do believe I can get... Oh, do I not get the... What's it? Right there it is. Where do I get the coat hanger? Oh, wait, it's right here. And then God said, drown them all. I mean, he did. Okay, I'm gonna put on the coward vest. Because I am, in fact, a coward. And I don't want to get fisted. Yep. That's what I'm doing. Welcome to the slow stream, folks. Wrong fucking room. Just gonna chillax in the rundown, abandoned fucking mall. Just gonna do a little ASMR. Have you ever been slapped by a 20-pound of meat attached to someone's arm? I have. Feels so good and hurts so right. Go to sleep. Borley Haunted Mansion is impossible with that shit. Oh yeah. I forgot that was a place. Sometimes I forget that Silent Hill had more areas after the sewer. Too bad it takes fucking years to get there. A problem it nearly walked off there. Okay. Problem is with like the opening act of Silent Hill 3 is that the mall looks the same everywhere. I get lost here easily, and time for a Silent Hill 1 nod. That's, I think, the only FMV in this entire game. That's because that is a slightly re-edited cutscene from Silent Hill 1. And I think that's the only nod until we meet Vincent that this is actually a sequel to Silent Hill 1, because in the US box, it's it doesn't say Heather Mason, it says Heather Morris, which is like the voice actress's name. So yeah, very little connection. I mean, there is the Rust world, which it didn't appear in Silent Hill 2, so I guess you could see that as a connection to 1, but still. Dark Mall is confusing. Yeah. Now, there is something I do like about the Dark Mall. Like, it's something like this. The cookie. Is that you can actually... This is one of the few times you can really, like, see outside in the fucking other world and see that outside it's all normal. The other nod is Harry. Yeah, Vincent mentions Harry's name once. But you can see that outside, it's all, like, normal, it's sunset and shit. So it's really only affecting this area, which, unlike in Silent Hill 1, wasn't really a thing. It seemed to be affecting a large part of the town. But I think that's because it's further into that whole fucking cult shit. I do like that aspect as well, yeah. Don't... The fuck's that dragging noise? Ow! The other world surrounds it less than normally. That's the way I interpret it. Yeah. That's why in this game the radius kind of becomes bigger as the game goes on. Whereas in Silent Hill 1, although yeah, it does slightly get bigger, it's always kind of big, and I think that's because they're further along in their like ritual and shit. I have to go, sadly. I have to sleep early because I have to go in 7 instead of 8 for tomorrow in English. So at least it's only for tomorrow. See ya. Bye, Red. Nice having you. Ah! Okay, and I think these are the only doors I can enter, for now at least. I do think Silent Hill 3 soundtrack is the most interesting, though. Maybe that's just because I owned the soundtrack, because it came with my disc. Because it came with my copy of Silent Hill 3. But it's just a really interesting combination. Silent Hill 3 was a lot more ambient, although it did have a few, like, rock... It did have a bit of, like, a rock sound to it. But this game has like a mixture of just kind of everything Silent Hill 2 and 1 did, although it's closer to 1 in tone, as is everything else in this game besides like the map and shit. You know, I'm gonna... Oh yeah, I just realized I haven't used the gun since that cutscene, and you actually need to reload it. So I'm gonna waste this. Big boy. Okay, you know, it might be best if I run. Because I'm getting ill-damaged-o over here. And the small sanctuary? Yeah, that's a good one. It has a really... This game, in particular, I know 4 High Heels just did a video on it, and I guess that's why I kind of pin it down to, like, time periods, but this game seems to have the most, like, early 2000s feel to it. The other games, in terms at least of musical score, seem to have this late 90s alternative feel to it, whereas this one, although it still has that, like, grunge tinge to it, this one has, like, a kind of... It has, like, a more modern feel to it. At least in my opinion. Forehead Joe Ramersa on it, which makes it Kino. So there's this one. Don't forget, it has the ending track, which is a remix of the Silent Hill 1's theme, which is... I'm not sure if I like it ironically, or I actually legit think it's a good, like, remix. I don't know. He spoke of Georgia souls. like I love some of like the... Am I going the right way? Like instrumentation in that song, but like, it kind of comes off as cheesy, I guess. Am I supposed to be here now? Don't I need to, like, crack a nut or something? Don't I need to bust a nut? Ha ha! Ho 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 ho! He ha! And then the 5th viewer leaves. Detergent, okay. And I think I can use this to clear out the area. I like Joe, but his vocals add too much butt flavor on Hometown. I kind of like his David Bowie-esque voice. I mean, I wouldn't consider it necessarily close to butt rock, like fucking Nickelback. Because he doesn't sound too much like Eddie Vedder, or like trying to copy him. Okay, I think I'm missing something. What's the other chemical that I need for this? And where do I get it? It's Esperdonte. Yeah, that's the bad ending song from Silent Hill 1. Okay. So, it's begun. I'm already getting lost now. I Want Love is another good song. Both mixes. Big one's studio mix and the other's just the normal track. I think I might have more to the studio track. Shadow of the Damned has many tracks that feel like a lost Silent Hill OST. I actually gotta try out Shadows of the Damned at some point. There's a lot of games I gotta try out. Really? But for now, though, I gotta just patch fucking Policenauts when I get it. Which, judging by the video, although it doesn't seem necessarily, like, too hard, I have the feeling that I'm gonna fuck it up somehow. And then it's gonna become shitty and bad. Okay. Cough, Alex Theme, cough. As much as I hate to admit it, I really like Homecoming's OST. I fucking think Homecoming is a piece of dog shit as a game, and I hate it, and it's not good. But it had a really good OST. That's all I'm gonna say about that game. Policenauts is awesome. I wonder if I can control most of that game with just the light gun. I hope I can, because unplugging and plugging back in the light gun, it's not a big deal, but it's definitely not my idea of fun. Well, at least it offered something. Yeah, it offered a plate of shit. Chow down. Can I play it after you? No, it's mine. I don't see why not. If I can get it patched, that is. I'm almost planning on seeing if there's just someone actually did all the work for me, so I can just put it on a CD and burn it. I like Homecoming. It feels like a fan game made by someone who watched the movie. Stellar boss designs, at least. I think 2 bosses are... One's good and one's decent. And I can't remember the rest. Is the other chemical down here? I actually want to buy No More Heroes. I mean, if you do, just I'll lend you the Wii. Whatever, I actually don't even need the Wii anymore. Because I have the Wii U there. And I'm still trying to justify my reason for owning that piece of shit. Not like a terrible console, I just don't know at this point why I own it. I'm gonna try one of these bathrooms. 'Cause I don't think I actually checked them. I've been here. Definitely been here. Okay, here's the other chemical. Now to go all the way back. Slowly. I only have a Wii U for a few exclusives that I don't know if I'll ever get remade. Although I hear there's a good mod for it to play GameCube and older. Yeah, at this point, I think that's what I'm gonna have to do with a Wii U, is fucking mod it or something. Because now I'm just looking at it and it kind of seems like a waste of space. Downpour was the most disappointing, but I didn't have high expectations in the first place. I like the room nod. Okay. I have to admit something. I've only ever seen people play Homecoming. I've never played it myself, despite just recently getting a copy for it on the Xbox 360, which I believe is backwards compatible with the Xbox One. I did watch, some years ago, I watched, fucking, what's it called? Two Best Friends do their series on it with Fire Axe and shit, and I mean, maybe it was because with their commentary, like, I was bored, but, like, not a fan. Homecoming has an interesting combat system. If it weren't broken, yeah. Once you learn that I believe it's like light attack, heavy attack, or something like that, and it's just with and if you use the knife, it beats like 90% of the enemies. Because the AI is stupid. I heard it's as easy as modding a Wii. I need to work on that. Yeah, I actually haven't modded my Wii yet. The one game I really don't remember playing, even though I've beaten it numerous times, was fucking Origins. Origins, I know I played a bunch of times because I played it on my downtime when I was like vacationing in England. And I beat it, I want to say, at least 3 times there because I got really good at getting through the game. And fucking scream. But I remember fucking nothing. I do know, though, that game, like Homecoming, had a really good OST. I did actually at one point own it on the PS2, but the disc is broken. So, oof. Well, that game really is meant for like a PSP or some shit. I feel like the PS2 version was kind of an afterthought. That was the late release one, right? Not as late as Shattered Memories, which came out, I believe, in 2010 on the PS2. But Origins, came out in like 2007. Origins I played on the PSP twice. I have the PS2 port, but it's notoriously glitchy and far darker. Like, you can't see shit dark. Interesting. I was planning on one day maybe getting like a copy on the PS2 so I could actually like record it, but I think if I just get my component cables for I mean, I already have them because the PS3 uses the PS2's thing, so does the PS1. And can I have the comic back after the stream? Which I do believe if I just use my PS3, I can do that like remote play shit, which I don't think I ever did when I played my PS2. I mean my PSP. So I might do that, actually. Okay, where am I going? Okay. Do I remember the Princess and the Frog ripoff DVD at the swap meet? Yes, I do, and I'm kind of ashamed that I never picked it up. Because I had the feeling that it might have been an interesting video. Next time I see one of those like shitty DVDs at the swap meet that just looks terrible, I'm just gonna get it. Because that shit only costed me $1, and I'm not sure why I didn't fork it over. Maybe I was like scared that I might get like malaria from it or some shit. And there's the Pendulum Bros. Oh shit, I forgot Shattered Memories came out on the PSP as well. No, you don't need to buy it. It's literally dirt cheap. I'll just get it myself if I see it. And if I'm lucky and get this Sunday off, hopefully we'll be able to go to the swap meet. Hopefully. I don't want to make any promises because fucking journalism class. It's writing my dick, and I hope the editor didn't hear that. I gotta be in on Thursday at school till like 7 or some shit, maybe even 8, and then finish the story by Friday. Which sucks in major cojones. And then after that, I have like a bunch of work at like my actual job. So, yeah. Mucho Dick Sucko. Okay. If I'm correct, I've looped back to... Okay, yeah, and I just... I've been meaning to play all those fucking PS2 games I got at the swap meet. I showed like a picture of them. I got like Zone of the Enders, fucking Tenchu, both Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3. And while I played 2 and 3 before, granted on a better console, should play it again. Did any of you actually ever get that fucking Legacy pack of Metal Gear Solid? Fucking, I would say that's one of my favorite like game compilations out there. Tenchu on the PS2 was lit. Now I gotta try it actually. And I'm walking into a wall. I swear this like PS2 controller like shat itself like recently. Or maybe it's just inputs don't read as well when I'm using the PS2 controller on the PS1. Even though they've worked fine before. Just a question, why is Fortnite so popular? Shit just gets popular. I don't have a reason for it. It seemed to fill a niche that just kind of popular back then. I got the Legacy pack back then. I loved it when it came with a new print of MGS1, even after the PS2 was no more. Yeah. I saw that one at the swap meet as well, but I didn't pick it up since I basically got the PS3 version. To you. And bye-bye. Oh, this area didn't drag out as much as I remember it doing. Time flies when you're actually talking to people and having fun. Because with this part of the game, I'm usually just fucking suffering. Okay. Time for a boss. This is like the kind of throwback to the one in Silent Hill 1 with the split mouth. Do you know the subtitle to Tenchu? No, I don't think it was numbered, though. That's all I can kind of remember. Most likely check after the stream. Can tell you possibly on the Hikikomori Discord chat. Any good band song names that I can reference in my comic? There's always Sonic Youth and Slint. Portishead. Sonic Youth is always a good one, though. The good old Falcon Dick Monster, my favorite. What does it mean? What does the penis monster coming out of the holes mean? Who knows? I don't remember this track on the fucking OST. Ow. Heather-chan. Heather-chan. Get up, please. Fucking cool. Just gonna reload that. Yeah, was this not included with the fucking poster? Dead. Silent Hill is renowned for its amazing boss fights. I'm getting into Crywank because it's dank. Is that a rhyme you were trying to do there? Because it was really embarrassing. The giant eel from Mario 64 could go on land and it was infected. Yeah, by the T-virus. Or some sort of venereal disease.
Before. Am I back?
Don't really know, Heather. Don't really know. Now, Crywank is a really good band, though. What'd they do? Explain to me in the details that I might know. Kind of like exploring this bit, because it's kind of normal now, again. Get to see what this part of the mall was like before it just got fucking thrashed. They're like Radiohead, as in they're depressing and self-deprecating. The moment I heard you said Radiohead, I instantly got turned off. I don't even hate Radiohead. I just hate you talking about it. but they're also really good.
Heather,
But they're like a Radiohead.
You.
It's an oxymoron.
what just happened?
You must be one of them.
What did I do? And what do you mean by one of them?
You're in on this with that Claudia, aren't you?
I only like 2 songs from Radiohead.
What about her? She has
Which
to
ones?
find you, that's all.
So you are.
Do they
one of them.
involve a possible creep and a weirdo?
That?
Do they belong here?
Look, I was just hired to find you.
Am I special?
I'm on anybody's side.
So fucking special?
I don't know anything about this. Why don't you start by telling me what happened here? And that monster. What the hell was that?
I don't know any more than you do. All I know is that things are getting really screwy around here, and I got a weird feeling it's got something to do with me.
You creep
Maybe
sucks.
you're just an innocent
I know, you
bystander,
fucking love
but
it.
I can't feel sorry for you because you dragged me into this. You know, if you hadn't found me,
What are you talking about?
Fom York for
What's
Smash?
so
Yes or
special
no?
about you anyway?
if I knew that, I wouldn't be so confused, would I? But I know there's something. Something I've been running from and forgot for a long time. How did I remember that?
Paranoid Android. Isn't that the name of like a fucking Sonic Youth album as well?
What's wrong?
Nothing.
Or is that... It was something Android. Have they made a porn parody of this game yet? Oh, hi, Pocket Rocket Radio. What an introduction you have there.
What should I do?
Hell if I know.
Yeah, we were just talking about fucking Radiohead. Paranoid Android was Radiohead, yeah. Then, fuck, what is... Okay. There's a Sonic Youth album. And it has, like, the band, like, drawn as a bunch of androids. What album is that? I think it's called, like, Schizophrenic Robot, maybe? I'm not insane, am I? Wikipedia to the rescue. Ugh, my god. Any of y'all listen to that Sonic Youth? They're pretty cool. Still think Daydream Nation is their best album though. Goo is alright. I definitely think there's a bit less filler in Goo, but I think the overall quality of the tracks is eh. It's like not bad, but like I feel like there was more to Daydream Nation. I like Evol. I only heard a few songs from Sonic Youth. They seem alright. You forced me to listen to them, but iMonster is great. Sorry that I forced you to listen to a really good band. Now listen to Slint. They're also really good. Okay. Subway. Just trying to get my bearings. Ah, fuck. I like old indie rock. New stuff is too soft. Old indie rock was kind of disturbing. I think when it comes to my opinion, when it comes to like indie and alternative, I think the best years were 1988 through like 1996. Because you really had this boom. I mean, you had stuff beforehand, but you had like this really big boom of just a bunch of artists. You had like Sonic Youth, the Pixies, fucking Slint, Nirvana got big, so did Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, shit like that. REM also released their best album in the 90s, at least in my opinion. And you just got a lot of like cool shit like that. Hell, fucking Cake was out then. And I'm not saying that there aren't good indie bands now. I think the National is really good. But I definitely think there was this... Have I been here? Okay, yeah, I've been here. I do think there's this... REM and Soundgarden are probably my favorite alt-rock. You have good taste. I think REM's personally my favorite band. With my favorite album of theirs being... fucking... What's it called? Automatic for the People. First document. I haven't heard the National. You should check them out. I would recommend their newest album and possibly the one before that. Souls with blah blah blah. Sometimes spirits of lost and can possess humans and suicide spots. Often blame. Yeah, Automatic for the People is great. You name a character REM now. Or REM. Wow, that's... Did I just get back up there? Okay, unpopular opinion, but I think Gorillaz and Arctic Monkeys are when it comes to Gorillaz, I kind of agree with you. But when it comes to Arctic Monkeys, I don't think I've listened to enough of them to form a real, like, opinion on their stuff. By the way, if you didn't know, this entire subway level is taken directly from fucking Jacob's Ladder. Okay. Gorillaz have a few songs I like, but I'm not huge into them. Yeah, same. I don't know, there's just not a lot standing out with the Gorillaz. I think they have a cool, like, aesthetic and shit, but... the like, actual music is Bergen Street. What about you, Pocket Rocket? What alt bands of the 90s do you like? The alt bands of yore? As I said, maybe you're going to be the one to save me. And after all, you're my Wonderwall. I think that's the reason why people even know them, is because of the cartoons. Yeah, that's basically it. At least, that's the only reason I know them. Soundgarden. Oh, all these takes, all these hot takes on alt music. I really need to get more into Cake, honestly. I like a lot of their stuff that I've heard, but I've never, like, sat down and listened to, like, a full album. And I think that's a shame, because I like their no. Fuck, get up there. I like a lot of their stuff. Because, like, there's this really laid-back, like, Cali vibe to it that I love. I think I'm on. Okay, I'm on the wrong side of the road. Fashion Nugget. The one I should check out. They also did the fucking theme of what's it called? Shit. Mission Hill. In case you didn't know. They laugh, they make money. Not exactly 90s, but I was really into Violent Femmes. I really liked their first album, but I haven't gone much farther into them after that. It's not even that I don't like them. They have a sound that I find very interesting, considering when it was made. Because when people think of, like, the 80s, they think of that kind of synth pop shit, which, I mean, yeah, it has its place, but I find is kind of fucking annoying, at least in my opinion. Because you hear it everywhere, and it's, like, the same shit. It's always, like, a fucking flock of seagulls, Eurythmics, shit like that. But when it comes to, like, early REM and fucking the Smiths and Violent Femmes, they were going for a more natural sound that was very different than what was going on there between, like, the hair metal and shit. Which I find very interesting. At least in my opinion. I think the 80s had a pretty good, what's it called, alternative scene as well. There's a lot of good shit back then. But I find a lot of, like, actual fucking, like, mainstream 80s music to be possible, like, at least, okay. As with any generation, there's, like, always terrible top 40 hits. And the 80s is no different, but I find the 80s especially bad. I totally agree, and I love the Smiths. Johnny Marr is a really underrated guitar player. Yeah, totally. Yeah, there isn't enough when it comes to Johnny Marr. He's really good. And although I do like Morrissey's solo work and shit, I don't think it was ever quite as good, with the exception of Vauxhall and I. Vauxhall and I is really good as a solo album. I think that's the closest he ever got to being better than the Smiths. I prefer 70s and 60s. No, there's a lot of cool shit from the 70s and 60s as well. There was Suicide, Kraftwerk, fucking, what's it called? Lou Reed, and his previous band, Velvet Underground. Mink DeVille. There was a ton of good shit back in the 70s and 60s. Specifically the late 60s. Because I think they were experimenting a lot more back then than they were in the early 60s. I think a lot of the stuff in the early 60s was a bit too reminiscent of, like, that bebop shit from the 50s, which, can't stand. Even, like, the Beatles had that kind of weird sound to them. ABBA was the best from that period. Yeah, my fucking dad loved them. I like ABBA too. They have a really nice sound to them that I don't think... The 70s has a very interesting sound to it that I don't think carried on into any other generation. That was a joke? No, I actually unironically like ABBA, okay? Don't laugh. ABBA has some decent sound to them. Oh, I've been played. It's been revealed that I like ABBA. Yeah, they do have some good songs, I agree. So you're finally coming out of the closet. Streetlight Manifesto. They're good. I don't think what's it called? Ska punk has ever been my thing much, but they're one of the better ones. That sound is definitely a fucking, what's it called? Ska punk is very late 90s, early 2000s. And I do think it got very commercialized within that period of time. Like with fucking, like every advert, go back to like early 2000s Cartoon Network and shit, and like all the adverts had that like ska punk shit in it. Ska punk is dead, but I love it. Yeah, it's not bad. It wasn't ever like an amazing thing to me. What I do like though, what I've been kind of getting into now, and it kind of sounds weird, especially coming from me, but I do enjoy me some alt country. Blanche is a very good one. Okay, so let's... Okay. Wow. Boy! Boy! Oh, God. Please don't hit me. Okay. Oh, God. There's so many crappy ska punk bands in SoCal. Like, I don't hate the genre, but there are many mindless generic ones out there. What do you think of nu metal? I don't have much of an opinion on it, because I don't listen to it that much. There are some genres I just kind of miss out on, because I've been trying now, at least these past few years, to be a bit more experimental. As I said, like with alt country and shit like that. So I might try that out a bit more. Oh, I gotta go upstairs. Yeah, what's it called? Ska punk seems like a very Californian thing. 7 Peeps, yeah. Wow, why? I mean, yeah, there's some, like, ska punk bands in, like, New York and shit, and on the East Coast. I think, Arrogant Sons of Bitches is from New York. But, like, yeah, no, it always seemed kind of more like a West Coast thing. Hell, in the 80s, there was, like, a lot of fucking punk bands that came from, like, California, like Suicidal Tendencies and shit. Kind of has a soft spot for me, even though it has a lot of edgy teenage shit. I like edgy shit. I'll have you know. Not all of it's terrible. I've been starting to grow like a fondness for like songs that generally I don't like, but because I grew up in like the early, I was born in 98, and because I grew up in the early 2000s, there was a lot of both butt rock, like post-grunge shit, like the Nickelback, and fucking pop punk, and I despise those two genres, but I've kind of grown like this weird sort of Stockholm Syndrome like fondness for them. It's like, Birthday Massacre, no, but I'll listen. If you like MSI, I think you'll dig them. That's me with Foxygen. I hate and love them. What do you hate about Foxygen? I think they... Okay, I haven't listened too much to Foxygen. I think I like their first album, but... I haven't heard much after that. Did they go weird or something like that? I was born in 93, so even though my dad showed me the good stuff, he grew up, I also listened to that 2000s weirdness. Don't worry, we only have until like 2030 when that shit will become relevant again. And we're gonna have like this resurgence of Blink-182, Sum 41, fucking SR-71. Every band name that had a number at the end, because they were trying to be ironic, because they thought like all the band names were taken, so they had to add the fucking 71. Yeah, that's gonna become popular again in 2030. So we only have about, what, 12 more years? Then we'll become hipster cool again. Like, the 80s kind of just died down, so now we're getting into like 90s nostalgia. Hey, Jefferatso06. Can't pronounce that name, but hi. Yeah, I hate Blink-182, but I do get a little nostalgic when I hear them because all my friends listened to them in high school. As a kid, as a 2004 kid, I hate everyone's music. They're either edgy or pop. Yeah, same. Blink-182 is a good example. If Steve were here, he would fucking laugh his ass off that I'm saying that right now. Because I have made it clear how much I fucking hate Sum 41. But I unironically, like, know most of the lyrics to that fucking, Still Waiting song. And that Blink-182 song where it goes like, where are you? And why can't I don't know all the lyrics to that one, admittedly, but I know enough of them for it to be a problem. Don't name them that. Don't name them that. Ah, fucking fat boy. I finally feel free now that I can talk about music on this channel. I always wanted to do music reviews, but I don't feel like I had like like enough experience to talk about it a lot. But like, yeah, feels nice. Well, I actually don't like mind the Hell song. What's my age again is actually not half bad. I'm actually making some progress in this game. I just fucking noticed it. Resident Evil, Pwn, Silent Hill. I would say as a series, yes, but as individual games, debatable. I think Silent Hill 2 and Resident Evil 2 are on the same level for me. Devin, I could talk about it because I play tuba. No, you're banned. I've been planning on making a Clones Part 3 video for so long. Maybe I should just fucking give in and do it. But the games I've been playing... like, ugh. I don't know. The clones I had in mind to do a review on for the past year are really bad. And not... Okay, they're bad, but they're not bad enough to make it an interesting video. So I think I need to find more. And one of them I need to get to see if it even fucking records on this computer. I will admit, sometimes I do respect Resident Evil's streamlining over this. I found myself getting more lost in Silent Hill than I have in Resident Evil. Especially in Silent Hill 3. Because this game refuses to have a fucking map in this area. And I hate it. Not good. It's really ruins my day. Team Silent didn't deserve what happened to them. No one deserved Konami. I mean, no one deserved what Konami did to them. Not Team Silent, not Hideo Kojima. Nobody. I will. I think I might be streaming just a bit longer, but then I will. One Clock Tower and Fatal Frame lying low around this period. Fucking Fatal Frame. Fatal Frame was actually kind of getting big. There was Fatal Frame 1 in 2001, Fatal Frame 2 in 2003, and Fatal Frame 3 in 2005. So we do. They were kind of popular back then, but they were definitely appealing to more of a niche audience. And I think that's kind of always been Fatal Frame's thing. And that's why we didn't get 4 here in the West, and 5 only got a fucking digital release here in the US. Which sucks, because that game, once the Wii U store dies, it's vaporware. And that sucks more than anything. So unless you're Japanese or you have like a one of those rare European physical copies, yeah, you're doomed. Silent Hill has so many female fans. Actually, you're kind of right. I've noticed that a lot. Like, one of the gaming news, who does a lot of theory videos on Silent Hill, is a woman. Yeah, there's a lot of women fans. One of my favorite people who did a series on this was Dina Natal, who did like a whole retrospective like 10 years ago on these games. She was like one of the first people I actually even like watched on YouTube. If you haven't seen her videos, they're pretty good. When I went to see my friends in Switzerland, they actually had Fatal Frame 5 on the Wii U, like a physical copy. Interesting. Oh, there's the map. Okay. Oh, it's just long tunnels. Very good. Does she have a hot voice? Nah. She has a voice. I wouldn't necessarily consider it hot or not. I came more for the content, really. You have also the art book. It looked really nice. Wait, you know Dina Natal? Or are you talking about the gaming muse? If you came, that means she had a hot voice. I only did it once, okay, guys? If you want to talk about a hot voice, we're talking about Reykjavik, the guy who did that fucking Halo video retrospective shit. Now that boy, sounds so fucking manly. I'm just screwing around. Spooky noises. I'm internally debating what I'm gonna fucking do for the fucking Halloween special. If I'm even gonna do it. Because I kind of want to, but I'm not sure. I have like a few ideas, but I'm not sure what I want to do. Ah! Let's go anywhere. This is all a dead end. Okay, no. Oh, fuck. Got turned around. Okay, so I just head down this way, and then Get lost again. It's really good level design here. Very fun. Haha. Stated this before. Not a big fan of Sound of Freeze. The level design, at least at the start. Very closed and very confusing. Ugh. Now where am I? Halloween is fun with a YouTube crowd. That's about the only crowd I see. Sound of 4 is painful. I really like that game's atmosphere, but I can kind of see where you're coming from. Gets really hard when the ghosts are invading your house and shit. Okay. So I think it's the next room over where I gotta get, least favorite game I've ever beaten. Really? I don't think Silent Hill 4 was that bad. I would say a lot of the American Silent Hill games are a lot worse. But, you know, to each their own. Okay, I think I actually stick the kerosene in here. Grab some health drinks. Have you ever played Eternal Darkness on the GameCube? Yeah, I own it, but I think I misplaced it. I think I put it in a separate box because I needed another one to put Code Veronica in. To complete my box collection of Resident Evil on the GameCube. It only took 10 years. Because finding those ports was a nightmare. And expensive, too. At this point, yeah, now I own all of them on the GameCube. It should work now. Okay. David Hayter's voice in that game. Funny enough, man. Who did he play again in that game? Because they had, like, all the MGS actors. Hola desde Chile. I pronounced that really fucking wrong, I bet. But, hi. From Chile. Just grabbing a drink. Welcome to the stream, Christina. I might not be here too much longer, and I might save it for tomorrow, but I'm actually happy with how this stream is turning out. I've had a pretty good crowd of people here. Probably should have saved at the other place. You know, I'm gonna go back up and save. And then I think I might actually call it a night here. And then I'll most likely return around the same time tomorrow, unless something happens. I usually don't do back-to-back streams, because I don't know, it's just kind of not my thing. But you know what, because this one went so well, I think I might actually do that. So this was a pretty fun stream. Glad I could catch up with some of it. Yeah, it was actually pretty damn fun. Usually a lot of my streams are just very lonely. But no, it was actually really nice talking about music and shit. And just, in general, having people to talk to. Anyways, thanks, y'all, for sticking around. Anyways, have a good night, guys. Bye.